So with this last look of the Keshtjella Duka, I'm gonna leave this area and meet my nemesis. The passage over the Lue National Park. It's 8:30 in the morning, and I don't know actually how much distance I have to cover there, but yeah, I'm just following the TET now, the track on my navigation system, and then I probably will see sooner or later how bad it really is. Look who I met here. I nearly won her over. I was about to make my way around her because I thought she was a stone. Hey, not so fast. Oh damn. She's slowly making her way up the mountain as I am. Hope there's not a truck or something coming down that runs her over. I don't want to place her into the grass because I don't know how she can cope with it. So I'm just gonna leave her finding a way and head on to Lue. Now you know how hot it is here. That can even grow turtles. At least they have like a radio station up there, or a broadcast tower, so I think I'm gonna have some connection, mobile network, whatever you call it, and in case I crash or break something or end up with a mechanical I can't fix, and I'm gonna call the manager of the hotel because he gave me his card this morning, and hopefully he knows someone who can pick me up there. Seems like they have some construction going on here. Check what they're doing. Fine, thank you. Thank you. It's okay. Yeah, I can get over here. not like I have entered the national park, because suddenly the soil is changing, the underground, and it's all rocky and a lot of gravel, and yeah, I'm curious where the point is where I can recognize the track from one of my former riders, especially Valle on tour, a German guy on a big bike, on a 1250 I think GS, fully loaded, so I think his bike is twice the weight of mine. So I'm probably gonna have it half as difficult as him. The only thing I'm wondering is how he went through the national park, because I think he's taken the opposite route and came out where I started today. So I don't know if this is an advantage for me, or if it doesn't play a role, because the track is bad from either sides. So yeah, we will see. In the end of the day, we will know. The past is only the future with the lights on. And suddenly the landscape changes again. A few minutes ago I was driving through some pine woods and was all needle trees, and now here they are growing leaves, the trees. So apparently they have a lot more of water and are not exposed to such heat as the trees down in the valley were, or in the flat area. So yeah, and it's certainly a lot cooler than where I started this morning, which is good for me. And also good is that I have a clouded sky today, because yeah, sun is nice, and it was nice yesterday, but man, it is hot here. So I'm still making my way to Lure, the last point where you can have something to eat and to drink, and probably will find an accommodation, and then it's going 50 kilometers through the wilderness where there's absolutely nothing. Then nice views, landscape. Oh, one thing I noticed is I noticed this in a few other countries I've been before, that the air has a certain smell. So like in this area you can smell all the herbs that are growing here in the mountains, and it's sometimes you're driving on a road or on a way like this, and then you suddenly get a just like an airstream that's smelling in a certain way, and you immediately get reminded of oh, am I hungry? Now something nice with a lot of herbs would be nice. Yeah, something to eat. Alright, I think I have to concentrate on the way, because it's getting a bit more difficult. With every meter I'm going into the national park.
Sustainability, a word often used in our modern world. On packages, envelopments and boxes out of recycled newspaper from yesterday that contain our shiny and new stuff that we get shipped into our flats and houses via environment-friendly electric vehicles. In our cities, this word is often not more than an argument to sell, a statement to declare, an idol to admire. But here, 40 kilometers away from the next shop, where the streets could be blocked from landslides, snowfalls and other unforeseen weather conditions, people got to find a way to live sustainable, to persevere in this area. These humans are not ordering a crate of water via the internet, delivered by a courier. They'll buy their necessities once a month, in a quarter, in a year. And then they stay in their village, where it's calm, where there's company, where home is. They live off their gardens, their livestock, their networks, their relationships, their skills, and the nature surrounding them. And sometimes there's a stranger coming up here to share their world for a few moments. They serve him coffee and the good Julius Meidel dishes from Vienna, just to see the astonished look on his face when he tries to find out if this cup is 100 years old.
Alright, I'm ready to leave this next place here, where I could easily have checked in yesterday. So this is where it starts. And I think for the next 30 kilometers I'm gonna be on my own in this national park. But I'm not too worried because at the hotel where I just had a coffee break, there were a lot of stickers of 4x4 off-road enthusiasts. So I think this is gonna be much like the way I've traveled yesterday. Ooh, I'm really excited. Okay, first gnarly bit. At least the stones are settled and not moving like the ones at the Mostar. Alright, I think this is gonna take some time up here. passed a few people in the last corner, and they were up here with an four-wheel drive vehicles, and they loaded out their mountain bikes. And since it's a group, I think one of them is always doing the driving service with the Jeep, and the other ones were just riding on their cycles down. And yeah, so it's always nice to see people on this kind of tracks here. Oh, there's a broadcasting station, mobile network tower. So there has to be at least some network that you can phone someone here. Oh. But nevertheless, yes, this trail is quite tricky. But also not as tricky, I think, as the one at Mostar, because I don't have any wind here. That's distracting my balance, so I think I can keep myself better on a bike than it was there. So yeah, really enjoy it so far. The one thing I wish most is that I don't have a mechanical or a crash or a flat tire, so this would be very annoying, but yeah, it's so far it's good. Even some stages where I can go a bit faster. Okay, let's have a look around the next corner. It's okay. All fine. This is, I think, one of the places where they try to re-establish some trees, because obviously there has been, I don't know what, if it's a forest fire burned down these trees. I think so, because you can see all the coal that's left of them. And yeah, so there's a project here where they plan to reforestation, and they have still a lot to do. And down there you can see the next cities again, next small cities. So yes, I wonder if I go there or if I proceed through the national park. So parts of this track here are apparently a stream. I think it's melting water coming from the high peaks around me. I think the mountains here are above 2,200 meters. So they're gonna get a lot of snow in winter, even down here. And yeah, I think if you come here in August, then it's not like this anymore. Hey, hi. You always meet people here when you expect them the least. You're going around the corner and think you're all by yourself up in the mountains because you're headed 20 kilometers into the wilderness, and suddenly there shows up a dude on a mule. It's incredible. Albania, I love it. One of the stories Kriton told me, that is the he is the manager of the castle I was staying the night, and he told me a little bit about the Albanians and their story. And one of these statues they had there was an Albanian hero. Apparently he kept the Turkish from marching into Europe. I don't know when it was, it must have been centuries ago. And this guy is the reason why we are not speaking Turkish in Berlin. They speak a lot of Turkish in Berlin. Yeah, but he kept the Turkish troops from marching into Europe, into Central Europe, and so he's considered a national hero in Albania. And also one thing he told me is the icon of Albania is the eagle, because the eagle is flying above all other species and has an eye on everything. And yeah, so they are considering themselves as children of the eagle, the Albanians. I mean, the eagle is an icon everywhere in the Yugoslavian area. Like Croatia and Montenegro as well, and Bosnia. But yeah, the Albania sticks out a little bit because they, as I said, considered themselves as children of the eagle. Now I have to keep concentrating on the track so that I don't slip off it and fall down in this valley here. Another nice lake. I'm pretty far in now, I guess. Oh no, it's not far in. It's just 1/3 of the distance I have to go.
As far as I know, every ideology created by humans lacks complexity. When it turned out in the 1990s that capitalism is the superior system over communism, some people started to neglect their responsibilities and started exploiting the national park by illegally logging. As a result, the area suffered from forest fires, and those initial actions caused massive deforestation, which is still visible today. But you can't fight nature, cause she reclaims what's her right to possess. No matter what isms we human come up with, her principles are communication, plenty, beauty and truth. And to be able to witness her greatness on two wheels leaves me sometimes speechless, but most of the times thankful. It is the reason for my journeys and my motivation to pack my luggage again and again and again and again.
So it looks like I reached the pass, and from now on it's getting downward again, hopefully. It's still 30 kilometers to the end. We are meet the road again, and yeah, I've already ridden 2 hours here. It's just 10 kilometers, so I think it's what they called Enduro hiking, because you're similar fast, like on your own 2 feet. Alright, I think I have to check the map now. To the left, to the right it is. Yeah, there's tire tracks here, so I'm gonna go with this one. I'm not gonna take the rocky road. Take the less rocky road. Oh man. I still think it's not as bad to ride as the Mostar section or the sections in Bosnia, because these aren't are very round rocks, and they don't have any spikes. So that you can damage your tires. Alright. I don't know if you're familiar with horse riding. I did it once when I was in New Zealand, and the day before the actual horse ride, we were going exactly the same way that we did actually on the next day with the horses. And I wondered, gosh, how do the horses come down here? And it turns out that you just have to sit on the horse and tell them where you want to go, and the horse is doing the rest. So the horse is apparently looking what way it can go and where it can set his feet. So you don't have to do much, and it's quite similar to what I'm doing now, because I'm just maintaining my position right over the KTM, and my iron horse is gonna do the rest for me. So I just try to keep over the bike and let it find its way. Gosh. Man, this is still beautiful. So I reached the pass there, and I was a bit confused because the map said I should be going this way. But apparently this is just a loop they're doing here, and I can easily just go straight on this way and meet the TET again. I don't know why they're doing this, maybe because of the view, but I think I'm gonna take the shortcut.
Maybe the inventors of the TET were clever enough to do it, because otherwise the trail would be too steep for a motorbike.
Unfortunately, there's a blockage. I don't know if I can go around it, but it does look pretty not doable. So maybe I can move it out of the way, but even then there's all these stones are littered here. I don't know how it goes on. Tricky situation. I know there's another way, but it's extremely steep going down to this hut over there. So I'm thinking that way is that way. It's the shortcut. It's short but steep. So yeah, hopefully it's not too steep. Alright, so no, there are rocks in the way. Rocks that can cause me to slip. I'm really sitting at the last bit of my bench. Keep the center of gravity low and far back, and yeah, hope for the best. Keep the clutch pulled and just use the brakes. Oh man, this worked far better than I had hoped for. So this is the original track. It's not as steep, but apparently it's destroyed.
And so, with this last turn onto the official SH36, I completed the crossing of Tilore National Park. I can tell you, my relief was endlessly big to have made it through there, all by myself. Because I was aware of the fortune I would have to pay for this gamble if something had gone wrong. So I celebrated a little bit on the bike while following the track on my GPS into the direction of Peshkopi. But before, I met another rider on his brand new 1250 GS and we had a nice little chat.
He's from Berlin, Germany, and he quit his job 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, and then started riding on his brand new GS through Albania. And yes, it's quite a challenge on this big beast. I mean, it's compared to my bike, it's twice the size in width and probably twice the weight and twice the cylinder. So everything is doubled compared to my bike. And I gave him the advice that he shouldn't try the Lure National Park track, because this is just not doable on this bike for him, I think. And now he's on his way to Reshen, where I was starting this morning, close by. So yeah, I think he's gonna find his way.
And I tried to find my way too. I didn't want to go to Peshkopi directly, because I wanted to see the Lake Ohrid in North Macedonia. So I took turns again and headed off into the mountain, over a street that would be not too difficult for me to ride, I figured, because there were already coming some Mercedes Sprinters towards me. And so I thought, yeah, that can't be blocked, or it can't be too difficult for me to ride. So I was pretty sure to make it over the pass before the clouds could catch up to me, and I will find myself in the middle of a thunderstorm.
So this is just a normal Albanian road, and I really can't imagine going up here with a Mercedes Sprinter, but apparently they do. This is just unbelievable what the Albanians are driving, which ways they are driving. I mean, wow. Oh no, not another mud pit. Oh, damn it. You never know what's in there. Alright. I hope this road will get better soon, so that I can make some distance, because right now I'm just traveling with a 20 kilometers average per hour, which is not much. But you can't go faster because of the stuff that's laying on the track. Wonder how long these sprinters take for such a passage. 3 hours, 4 hours, I don't know. God damn it. Am I really on track? Yes, I am.
And eventually I would make it to the top of the mountain, where I took a look around and saw that I had to switch to rally mode again.
yeah, there's some bad weather coming up. It was all the time in front of me, and I had a huge rain front right at my back, so I don't know if this is a good idea, but I really need to go to Deck, and yeah, it's 100 kilometers away from here. So I either need to get through this storm here, or I don't know really. Dude, what is wrong with you? Alright, let me check. I want to stay on the Albanian side, so I need to take the next one right and then left again, but I would be rather I would be going more for the valley. Shit. This is a tricky situation. Oh no, it's starting to rain. Still some sunshine down there, but you can see this is what awaited me at this hill. I was maybe half an hour ago, so I really had to do some rally driving style of descending before it hits me up there. All right. Alright, there's the junction, and now I'm gonna turn into the... Wow! Do you see this lightning? I'm gonna turn and hopefully hope in a direction with a better weather. But as far as I can see, there's thunderstorms everywhere. I should have stayed there in this little village there. Oh man, I think I'm crossing right now or on my way to the North Macedonian border. I didn't do that intentionally, but the weather drives me there. Hopefully I can go around the baddest thunderstorm. Oh no, it's everywhere. Oh man.
A few inches later.
Brixton Hotel. I think this looks quite nice. Maybe I should give it a shot. It's 1640, so it's still Albania. I still have a leg, so maybe this is the way to go. So this is apparently the end of the day. Yeah, so far. Really the right time.
Number speed, power speed. Italiano speed. Lo posso tra guida qua. Camera, garage, normale. Stai good, no?
Tutti completi.
Tutto completo. Hotel, bar, restaurant, tutto completo.
Yeah. Okay.
So I found this place by chance, and the owner invited me for a coffee, and so I decided to stay here for the night. And this is a really nice place. It's apparently all new and pretty modern. And yeah, the only downside is I have to communicate with the Google Translator because he just speaks Italian and I'm just speaking English. And I think I'm very close to the Macedonian border. It should be somewhere there. And as you can see, it's yeah, it's raining cats and dogs there right now. And so I'm gonna change my plans and go there tomorrow when the weather is good again, hopefully. And yeah.